We're with Devon Kane and Kevin Kohmann from Diamante Farms in Wellington, Florida. Husband and wife team, or wife and husband team, whatever way one wants to put it these days. And you've had a remarkable experience in one of the weeks of the Global Dressage Festival in Wellington, where both of you were on the United States team for the Nations Cup. Devon, what was it like for you? What was the experience like?
Oh, the experience was incredible. I think I came in as the lowest ranked rider coming in, and I ended up being the lead rider, pulling us up to silver, along with a great team of athletes and horses that helped along the way. I was not expecting that. I was going in to fight for my very best test that I have had and do absolutely everything I could to get as many points as I could for our team. I never envisioned at all that I would be the top ranking rider at the end of the day. That was a huge surprise for me and nothing I expected at all, and a great honor. I'm happy that I could do that for the team.
Kevin, you a couple of years ago you had ridden for another team, for another country, which has now run 5 straight Nations Cups victories.
And I helped them to win the first one, just saying. Unfortunately, they kept winning without me.
So, what was it like competing with your wife at the latest Nations Cup?
Yeah, that was something very special. I had so many special Nations Cup over the years, and this one was once again like something completely different. Like I think neither one of us expected a week ago that this could happen. And Devon got, the chance of Devon being the best one in the class was actually quite high, since she trained both horses, so she was going to win either way. If I would have done good, she would have won, you know how that goes. No, joking aside, it was a amazing experience because we have now the same schedule. We woke up together, we had the same plan all day long, we went to the meetings together, and we anyways, I think we make each other better. Like Devon makes sure I am on time for all my meetings, and we drove together to the show. I told her what to focus on, what not to focus on, and that worked out, I think, for Devon really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm very proud. That was good riding.
Especially
the recovery of the beginning of your ride. That was not easy. Coming back from 22%. Good job.
I think that's a cool thing, though, because we are doing it together. We know exactly when to ramp each other up and when to calm each other down.
That is very true, yes.
You have a long history with Diamante Farms in Wellington, going back to when you were, as a young rider?
Yeah.
Or a youth rider?
Yeah. You want an age?
Yeah.
We don't have to give the number of years, right? I think we opened Diamante when I was 15, maybe 16 in Wellington. Before that, we had some Diamante farms in South Texas, where I'm from, but nothing of the caliber or the dressage focus that it is here now. I believe I was 16 when we opened Diamante Farms in Wellington as a dressage training facility, and focusing on high performance. So it's been a while.
You had success as a youth rider.
Yes, I did.
Explain what that was.
I won North American Young Rider Championships. I have a gold medal individually, and I believe a team bronze. Made it to freestyles that year, and I was invited to the World Cup Young Rider of Freestyle that year as well. I was unable to attend, but the invitation still counted for me. It was a huge goal. And then from there, I did a couple of Brentina Cups. I think one Brentina Cup championship, and then moved into the senior ranks.
That's for under 25.
Yes, it was the original under 25. Right. It was the program started with Debbie McDonald's wonderful horse Brentina. It was named after that, and then after the program got going, they switched to the international under 25 program.
Right, and then since you've been a quote senior unquote, how many Nations Cups have you done, and where have you done them?
I've been here, Sweden, Germany. I think I was named for Rotterdam, and I did a few here. So I think at least 5. This is my first one back though in about almost 10 years, maybe less, maybe 8.
Yeah, I had to do all the heavy lifting. Thank you for helping finally, you know.
Kevin was, managing them then. But no, I was at home making horses and getting things going. And, it doesn't always work out that you get to be in the show arena, but you're always doing the homework.
Right. Where did you start, Kevin?
I started in Germany competing in pony classes. I was quite successful riding my pony over in Germany, and then early on with 15 I started working as a professional rider. Graduated as youngest professional rider in history in Germany, then moved to the United States, came back to Germany to do my master's degree, also as the youngest master ever in history in Germany. I just turned 23, and moved to Wellington. Started my own business out of Diamante Farms, and the rest is history.
And of course,
she just really wanted the free help, let's be honest.
And of course, in your first Nations Cup, as you said, you rode for Germany.
No, that's not true.
Oh,
Sorry. Yes, I rode for Germany in the European team. We
Right.
had 2 years of a European team, which I think Lars and Mika rode in Denmark.
You rode with Lars.
And then Katharina Stumpf rode for
Austria.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was interesting. And then I started riding for Germany, and the last one was the one we actually won gold, and that was the funny one where I said, Michael, can you jog my horse really quick? I have to go somewhere. I left, took my citizenship test, came back in time, since the lady that took my citizenship test came from Lübeck, Germany, my area, then rode dressage in Aachen with Ton de Ritter, moved to the United States. I basically followed this lady all her life, and then she took my citizenship test. I came back in time and said, hey guys, I have now both nationalities. This is gonna be my last Nations Cup for Germany, and we won. That was very special.
Yeah, I imagine. Okay, what's the difference between riding for Germany and riding for the United States?
When I rode for Germany, I remember there was this lady, I keep forgetting her name, like, what is it? She's kind of
Monica
something
something?
Teodorescu
Yeah.
or something. She said, Kevin, who's Kevin Kohmann? I will never forget that. But again, jokes aside, riding for Germany, the nation that is the most successful in the sport, it was always a great honor to represent the country. And but I have to say, over the years living here now in the United States, I have very much Americanized. I feel, it's hard to say, but I feel more American at this point as German. You will never get the German out of me, but
He'll always be on time.
I work really exactly. I will always be on time, and if not, she will make me on time. But I was born German. I worked very, very hard to become American. In many ways, and I became American. I immediately got put on a Nations Cup team. I think the first CDI I rode, I won, and I got to hear the national anthem.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 anthems. I think I had tears running down my eyes. It was the last one, the last German, and the first American. Those were very special moments.
Yeah, that's quite incredible.
Yeah.
Now you've also competed in the World Cup final.
Yes.
What was that experience like? That was your first international championship for the United States.
That's correct. Let's just say without my family, without Terry Kane, the owner of the horse, and Devon Kane making me ride this horse I didn't want to ride,
Why didn't you want to ride the horse?
I don't like the feeling. The horse did not feel good. He honestly does not feel like a horse I would like to ride. And they said, Kevin, it looks good. Nobody cares on how it
So
feels.
what did you do when that happened? Did you send the horse away or something? Or?
We tried to sell the horse for 8 years, I want to say. The horse went from the United States to Hubertus Schmidt's farm. They couldn't sell it.
That's in Germany.
That is in Germany, correct. We sold him to Germany, to Hubertus Schmidt. He couldn't sell the horse. And we sent him to Christoph Koschel. He competed and showed the horse, but also couldn't sell the horse. And some top American riders, team riders, also tried the horse and did not enjoy the horse. And then somebody made us an offer that we thought was insulting. And then I decided, you know what? I've tried the horse over the years. Once a year I got on him, still don't like him, still don't like him. And that's when we got this offer, we said, you know what? I'm gonna ride him now. I know this is a good horse, and I cannot believe, like, I fell in love with the horse after a while, you know? So I guess my feeling was wrong, and I should have just taken this horse much, much earlier.
But it might not have been the same horse if you did.
You're probably right.
Now it's your horse.
Yeah, now it's my horse. And yeah, I love him. And what he has done for me, I mean, like, to get me to these crazy places. I mean, we went to Saudi Arabia, Belgium, Holland, Munich, I mean, Mexico and Pennsylvania.
So in fact, you've had an international career. I mean, like a real international career.
Yeah.
Because of this animal, yes.
That you didn't even like.
That is correct.
Yeah. Does the horse like you?
Yes, I know he does. At this point, I've paid. Don't worry. I've bought him so many fluffy animals that are hanging in his stalls. And no, but seriously, I walk up to the stall. He hears my voice. I can see him from far away, looking for me. Like, this horse likes me. There's no doubt. Yeah.
It's the sweetest horse. He needed a person to really believe in him and be his friend. And now I think the things that the horse is doing for Kevin are outside the realm of the horse's capabilities. He's performing,
and he will not
and
be
he knows.
sold.
Yeah. After they made World Cup and they got over to Europe, I told the horse, "You're family now. You're never leaving us. You stay with
And
us
there
forever."
will not be another rider on this horse.
No.
That's it. After this,
Yep.
it's
And of course,
retirement.
as the owner of the horse,
Yeah.
what, you're going to keep this horse forever?
Oh, this
or?
horse he's in the family. He's not going anywhere. Nobody else is getting on him. Once he's done more than what we've ever asked of him, more than what we ever believed he could. And when he says he's ready to go to the field, he goes to the field. At this point, he honestly keeps getting better and better. Watching them training every day, I'm completely mesmerized at how their partnership just continues to blossom and grow, and how not only is Kevin able to get so much more out of the horse than the horse can do physically, what you think is possible, the horse makes Kevin such a better rider and gets so much more out of Kevin
yes.
than you would think was available at the moment. They really are a partnership and a team, and it's beautiful to watch. And I love the horse. Their first year in Europe, I got to go as the groom, and he's just our boy. We're a family. He loves group hugs. He loves when we come and hang out. He looks for mom and dad all the time, and it's he's like our child. He's very special to us.
Also say, I mean, a lot of people that have done trips around the world with their horses know what I'm talking about. Like, now I understand it too. It builds a relationship when you spend that much time with your horse. And I never had the what's the right word that I'm looking for? I was never lucky enough to get to spend that much time with the horse, because normally, like right now, Devon and I were always on the run. If you look at our schedule right now, you think we're crazy. It starts 7 o'clock here, then we have to go to the show. There's a student, then we have to run back to the barn, ride 6 horses before we show. Then we still have clients coming looking at horses. But with this animal, I had the opportunity to spend that much time. One horse alone, hand walks, going for grass, knowing when he doesn't want to eat grass anymore, like the little things, you know. It was really nice.
Right.
And I have to say, that's when you also realize, like, you can make a horse do something to a certain level, but to shine and to make it look fun and easy, you know, the horse needs to like this job and like you, and
They have to love you.
And yes, and I always was like, let's go fast, let's get fast to Prix-Saint-Georges, let's fast ride a Grand Prix. And everybody was always saying, Kevin, patience. And this horse has taught me patience. Like, a little bit, the slower way, sometimes the faster way. And liking your animal just helps a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the next step?
Tonight I'm riding freestyle.
Thank God
He
I don't
rides
have
the
to
special
compete against
tomorrow.
her again, you know, like.
Then Kevin takes Denzel Dununze next week for the W. That's the kind of final competition to see if he's going to make it to World Cup finals this year. After that, we sit down and have a glass of champagne and cheers to ourselves, and then figure out the next step, I think.
Right. But I assume that your life will be what it has been so far, which is periods of time in Germany, periods of mostly here in the United States, in Wellington. And is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. We might even get to go together one time for the summer, you know.
Yeah, that is true. We just have to wait up for next week and see what's gonna happen. Like, if I'm going to go to World Cup, if I go to World Cup, then we already have to leave the end of March, you know, like, and then we have to come up with a completely different plan as if we go later on without the World Cup. Otherwise, I think we would we would pick shows that would make sense.
Exactly. That's the next step. I think right now we focus on finishing up this week as strong as possible. Then Kevin getting to next week at top fit form, ready to go and do his best. After that, then we plan a little bit our shows. We need a little bit the specials, see how we can make it to the short list to get over to Europe this summer to train and compete and do some shows over there. He's made some splashes last year and year before. I've not done it in a while, so I think it's beneficial to both of us to go over and expose horses and some newer horses that we have, newer combinations. He has more than just Denzel. He has a couple others coming up that really need to get out and start campaigning as we look towards LA.
Right.
And let's be honest, like, as up and coming young professionals, like, we have to go to Europe. Like, the amount what I've learned in the last 2 years just by going to these shows, seeing how they do it over there, see the other professionals that you normally just see on YouTube or whatever, you know, like, it really changed my entire worldview. That
you learn so much. You learn strategy,
What's
strategy,
the
etiquette.
difference between being a Grand Prix rider in the United States and being a Grand Prix rider in Western Europe?
I think the availability of shows, show venues also. Here we're very lucky and blessed that we have the Global Dressage Festival and the shows here. We have the Ocala shows, and there's a few, now the Terra Nova Showgrounds is kicking up as well, but there's not as many options. Whereas if you go to Europe, you can go all different countries anytime. You don't just have to pick, okay, this is a show, it's happening, so we're going there. You can really pick facilities that complement your horse, that will help your horse or even challenge your horse if that's what you're looking for, and you can strategize a lot more. There's a lot more to strategize. Here it's more like, am I going to show week 5 or week 7?
Yeah, 100% agree. Like, that's one of the, let's just say, having to travel with your horse.
Yeah.
How does a certain horse react to 7 hours on the trailer or 14 hours on the trailer?
And cold weather, hot weather.
I remember last year when they went to, what was it, Hungary. I think they went to Hungary to a show, from Castleman to Hungary.
Yeah.
And a 14-hour ride turned into an 18-hour ride for the horses. And the rides are a little bit different over there than what we have here with our air ride, and, you know, like, it affects the horses very much. So do you choose on going 14 hours this way because you like the judges and the venue, you know, like, or do you rather go 4 hours in this direction, you know, like, it's that is what I mean with a little bit strategizing, you know, and then you also know in this show, look at the judges like Patrick Kittle, Isabel, all of these big boys are gonna go there, you know. That was something that we don't have here. Here it's basically,
where can I get noticed? Where can I shine? Where can my horse shine? What's going to suit you best? And then again, sometimes what is going to put up the challenge that you need for the next championship? How do I expose my horse?
I got to be part of the high performance riders, and we were all sitting there talking about strategizing for our Europe trip, and it was amazing how much I could advise them from my standpoint now, because I've experienced things like the horse show in Munich. It's a beautiful show, it's an amazing show, but I tell you, if you have a horse that's a little bit spooky and you have to buy the what's it called, the driving horses, and the little kids doing the stick horses, and the eventers are over there, and you have to climb up this mountain, and there is no fence. Like if my horse, I had to get off my horse and lead him by because I thought I'm gonna fall 12 feet down the hill, you know. And it was a 15 minutes walk to the warm up. These were things that I think everybody has to calculate in.
Well, even as simple as the stalls. What stalls are? We have a big horse. What stalls are available? Because if we can
in
only
some shows you cannot turn them into double
exactly.
stalls.
Some shows you have a 12 by 12 or smaller, and our big horse can't lay down for a whole week. So
The
that's
first year I went over there, we went to Rotterdam. These were things that I wasn't thinking about. And you know what?
it makes a big difference.
I mean, sorry, of course, our team always helps us. I was not going to say, but at the end, they don't know what my horse needs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they don't help you in that sense. And if you don't tell them early enough, this is what I need, sorry, it's too late. And
It's a big difference. I mean, they're such top athletes just as we are. So they need their schedule, their routine, their sleep time, everything. So, yeah, you have to make sure you have all of that. Even with my horse, you have to make sure the stalls, we have overbed of shavings. You know, I have to over an abundance. He loves his naps. So have to make sure those happen, because if not, then it's out of his routine. So all of these little things that make big differences.
Right. Of course, which we don't have to put up with here because you can
Exactly,
show it here,
yeah.
literally just up the road.
Yeah, and we're lucky. I mean,
Exactly.
we can even
I
leave.
mean, I just saw a video of a girl running home with her horse
Yeah.
after the freestyle.
We can leave our tack and everything here and bring our own shavings. We don't have to worry about what we're getting, you know. In Riyadh, our horse there was hay and alfalfa, and we were in the desert. Our horse didn't like the hay, so then he was eating alfalfa for a whole week. Well, he had a little bit of energy, you know. It's learning all of these things, and I think the biggest thing is experience. That the more we get over there as riders and as combinations, the better we're going to do for ourselves and for the team.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super. Thanks.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Should I go pop, pop, pop now?
Yeah.